famous, they act like they made us, you know I'm icy in Vegas, this for them that hate us, I make a lot of new money, when the not savers, you be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist, watch out for this, on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist.
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick, then he with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Grip.
Time flies, had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find it so she fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when I tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote it.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Houston Texans. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, able to avoid him. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Push him back. Mike 41, Mike 41. I got you. 41 Mike, 41 Mike. Drop deep. Mike, zoom. They can't hang with that. Run.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Set. 19. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
On 1st down, Watson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. The 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Texans here on 3rd down putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Any weapon. Shoot. Shoot. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Now a give, right side. It's Hines. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They run with Hines. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brissett. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. They'll run for it with Hines. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Watson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. It was Quincy Wilson that time, was able to make the play defensively.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Watson. And Stills bringing it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Houston.
Watson now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. It's complete. Stills. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A very solid gain of 27.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
To the air yet again. Watson looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Hines. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Texans' 46-yard line.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. J.J. Watt. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Watch out for Hill on the return. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Justin Houston able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he works free. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it. Because to me, it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air. And what a result. Big-time play.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A 1st down throw for Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Easy work.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 10.
We got to wedge that, huh? Hey, watch the leg.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage of the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. A little juke. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them mid-order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Watson on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now it's Watson. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kenny Stills, 72 yards. And the Texans push further out in front.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like that. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Whitney merciless, able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
I smell fear in that offense.
Brissett. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Brissett now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Brissett now toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
41's coming. 41's the mic. Defense wins championships, baby.
Again, it's Brissett. Looking for Campbell downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. To throw is Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a 1st down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. And he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking to go back to Stills, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Watson looks to throw again. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills there to make the grab. And the Texans push further out in front. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Brissett. And that will be incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
To throw is Brissett. Got an open man. That's Campbell. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
1st down, Brissett. He's got it to Hilton. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep them caught.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney merciless, able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 17. Throwing, Brissett, and an alley to run. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And some room to maneuver. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out on nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Another try after the 1st down sack. Brissett, and this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Complete to Hilton. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
It's 4th down.
Check hot route.
Now Brissett on 4th down. And he gets it to Funchess complete. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for the Colts.
Brissett to throw on 1st. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Boom! That's how we do it, baby.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. Brissett sets to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance,
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And the catch made by Hilton. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Brissett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Brissett to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing now, Watson. And going deep for Hill. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Houston, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.